Sports economists have been looking at the economics of the Olympics for decades now, going back to the 1970 Olympics. The research is clear and consistent that these kinds of investments simply don't pay off. They don't pan out for a number of reasons. Most of the infrastructure that's put into place in most cases is very specific to the games. And because of that, once the games are over, the 17 days of partying is finished and everyone's gone home, most of the facilities and the infrastructure doesn't get used. If you look at both the costs and benefits of hosting the Olympics and other mega events like the World Cup and such, the costs are greatly overrun to the tune of, on average, about 150%. And the benefits are much smaller than what's expected. And that's for a couple of reasons. The benefits are smaller because when the party comes to town, when the Olympics are occurring, the locals tend to go out of town because they don't want to deal with the craziness and the congestion that the Olympics bring with it. In addition, folks that would have come to, say, Rio for vacations decide to go elsewhere otherwise because, again, they don't want to deal with the craziness of the Olympics. And so the benefits tend to be much less, the costs are much greater than expected, and on that tends to be a losing proposition. One being the debt that's incurred to build the facilities that are required to host the Olympics. And then the other is to maintain these facilities once the games are over. Most of them become, as the phrase is, white elephants. They're not used again. They're simply not suitable for use after the games. And so you either maintain them at a cost of, in many cases, millions, tens of millions of dollars per year, or you let them go to seed, which means you've made an investment that's returning nothing once the games are finished. Well, the numbers are not that different from previous games in terms of the cost overrun. I've read reports that it could be exceeding 170% cost overrun to host these games. That's not too far off from what the average has been found by research over looking at all the Olympics games going back to the 1970s of about 150% cost overrun. So I think the long-term outlook for at least the economics of hosting the Rio Olympics is not a very positive one. And that's kind of the warm glow that citizens might get by being a host city. It's there, it's probably important, but is it important enough to offset all the negative economic aspects of hosting the Olympics? It seems unlikely.